Good evening, everyone. Late Night Mega here, and tonight we're going to do a Crimson Vow premiere draft. Been a little bit since I've done a draft for the channel. Been kind of just trying to gain some currency, and waiting for the monthly rankings to reset. You can see we're back down to gold, and I also finally caved and bought the $5 welcome bundle to get some gems, so that's how I also got that. So let's go ahead and enter this. Now, in the packs I got from the welcome bundle, the Adventures in the Forgotten Realm, I did get a second Lolth Planeswalker. There we go. And which is good because the deck I want to build in Standard, I want to run at least 2 of those, so I can save a Mythic Wild card for something else. I also want to get some cards from Crimson Vow, so yeah, we're going to draft some Crimson Vow. We'll see how well this goes. Okay, everybody is ready, and we start with a fairly unimpressive rare. So what else do we have in this pack? I don't think this is good enough removal to take on pick 1. I guess I could go with the Ballista Watcher here. I haven't gotten to use this card too much, but it seems okay. The Ripsaw, I've been wrecked by this card a couple times, but I don't know, it feels really expensive. I also like the Hookhand Mariner and Spore Crawler in green. But we'll start off with the Watcher here, and then we'll watch where this goes. Oh man, there's a dual land I need. I need to get a 4th one of those. We have a Wolf Strike here. And I kind of want to value removal in the early picks. I'm not stupid. The Screaming Swarm can be okay, but it's kind of at the top end of things. I'm going to go with the Wolf Strike. Maybe we'll go red-green. I don't know. I mean, we're not locked into any particular colors yet. I don't see any other good red cards in that pack. Okay, but yeah, also since this is a premiere draft, that means we are drafting against actual other people. Alright, so in this pack, what is the best card? I'm kind of iffy on both of these. I mean, I've played the Statuette, it's okay, but I don't think it's spectacular. Kindly Ancestor I've been pretty impressed with. I think the pick is either Kindly Ancestor or Toxic Scorpion at this point. I think I'll go with the Kindly Ancestor. I've liked those. Oh, and now we have a couple decent white cards. The Griffwing Cavalry, Sigarda's Imprisonment. We have a Flourishing Hunter. I've liked these as well. Wow. There's kind of a lot here. I think we're just going to take the Imprisonment for now because it is removal. And then here we have... oh, we have a Griff Rider. I don't know about the Distracting Geist. And then there's Whispering Wizard. I haven't been seeing a lot of good blue, though. So I think we're gonna pick the Griff Rider here. That'll let us take to the sky. And then here we've got a Sharpshooter And we have Drog Skull Infantry. And we have a Reckless Impulse. That's also not a bad card. Any of those three, I think, are valid. It feels like we're definitely going to end up in white here. So I'm going to take the Drog Skull Infantry for now. And then we'll see what else we can end up in. Here... None of these cards... Yeah, well... I mean, maybe these blue guys. We did pass up a couple decent blue cards. The Soul Cipher board... I mean, that could be a thing, too. I think I'll just pick the... There's also the Rot Tiger Gargantuan, but we're... I mean, I guess we're as much into blue as we are into, black. Oh, and then we have a Wolfkin Outcast. That's kind of going around late. Yeah, I'm gonna pick that up. And then Spore Crawler came back to us. I think that's a sign we should probably be in green. We have Toxic Scorpion and Piercing Light here. There was a Toxic Scorpion in the following pack. I wonder if that got picked up. I'm going to go with Piercing Light, because if we do end up green-white, and with some training stuff, the Toxic Scorpion... Yeah, there's the Toxic Scorpion. I don't want to load up on too many of those. I do like Witch's Web, though. But if all this green is going to get passed, we're probably going to get a Witch's Web anyways. And if we're doing training, I'm going to go with the Shield Basher. Okay, it seems like we're pretty well set in our colors here, which is kind of unfortunate because there's a nice blue rare. But we have a nice Valorous Stance, which I think is going to be the pick here. Or there's also this another Wolf Strike. I'm going to go with Valorous Stance because it can... it's just a little bit more versatile. It can save one of our creatures from removal, which we might want. Although Wolf Strike goes well with the Toxic Scorpions. If I picked up 2 Toxic Scorpions, I might be more tempted by the Wolf Strike here, but we'll go Valorous Stance. I think we've got our colors. Ooh, the Taxidermist. I do like that. We have the Sharpshooter. Given how open green ended up being at the end of the last pack, I'm pretty sure one of these are going to come back to us. Let's take the Taxidermist here, because that's a nice 2-drop. And now there's not a ton... Like, I'm not super impressed by these white cards. I could take a Blood Fountain for a splash, possibly. The Cathars could be okay to get some training off. But I would rather be using cheaper combat tricks. There's the Geist, which we don't really have a way... well, we do have a 1 Drug Skull Infantry. I'll just take the Army Cathars for now. And here, oh, we've got a Flame Plus Bolt. We're nowhere near red anymore. We got some decent black cards coming around. I think I'm gonna take... I don't know if I want the Escort or if I want the Adamant Will. I don't know if we're really playing either of them. I'll take the Escort just in case we end up lacking in early drops. Here we have a Fleeting Spirit that can help train our one thing that needs training. Or we have Massive Might, which would also be a valid pick. But these can put pressure on early, so I'm gonna go with the Fleeting Spirit here. Another Witch's Web. I see green is kind of drying up, but I'm happy to take another combat trick. And then this pack. Maybe if we run a couple of these. And that could be good for... I don't think I want the Wandering Mind. That's not anywhere near our colors. I don't fully know if I'm going to run 2 Sheltering Boughs, because we have kind of a lot of non-creatures already. What's our creature count? We're at 10. Yeah, we got to get more creatures here. We're still in the middle of Pack 2. And we were expecting some green cards to come back to us. I'm probably not running anything in this pack whatsoever. I guess I'll just take the black card. Oh. Okay, all those green cards just disappeared. Well, that is unfortunate. Bride's Gown, maybe? Again, we're probably not playing that. Wolfkin Outcast isn't really going to be good if I don't have... Okay, well there's a 2-drop. This isn't going to be good if we don't get more werewolves. We currently don't have any more werewolves, do we? And then there's this pack, which... I'm not super impressed by it. I'll just take the uncommon. So we could use a few more training creatures. Now, this is kind of indicating to me that our colors might not be as open as we thought. Oh, Massive Might came back. Okay. Okay, sure. And then we have a black rare that has nothing to do with anything we're doing. So hooray for that. We do have this Griffwing Cavalry. And the Traveling Minister. And there's a Hookhand Mariner. I think we do need some bigger stuff here. I'm going to take the Cavalry. It can also give other creatures flying as they're attacking, which can be pretty good. If we had a lot of big drops, I would be going, like, if we had a couple of those Flourishing Hunters, I'd be going for the Foreboding Statue here. I also do kind of want the Traveling Minister. Oh, I want the Traveling Minister, but then here's, you know, a good removal spell. So we have to take removal. Okay, now we're at the point where anything we play, we have to cut something. Resistance Squad, I'm pretty sure we have enough humans. I'm going to cut the Wolfkin Outcast for that. Oh, hey, here we go again with it. Again, so many good things all at once. I'm going to take the Resistance Squad, though. Wow, this pack has, like, everything we want. And I'm going to cut... I think I have enough, like, instant speed combat tricks. We don't really need to run that. We probably don't need to run this either. Because we don't have a ton of +1/+1 counter stuff at the moment. I could use some more impactful 4 and 5 mana cards. Oh, there's Packsong Pup. But I think we're kind of far off from that. But we're not far off from the training. Where do I take the pup? And spec on getting a whole bunch of wolves. The pup is just... it'll be so good if we do get some wolves. And we have a decent amount of 2-drops as it is, so I think I'm okay taking the wolf here. And see, here's a Hookhand Mariner, because otherwise we wouldn't have had much. We were looking for more things like that anyways. The sheltering bows are probably going to be on their way out. I might want the other wolf back in now. It also helps that these are also humans when they're not flips, so they still get... Oh, there's that. There's the sharpshooter. I like Flourishing Hunter a lot. I think that's going to be the pick here. I wouldn't mind taking a sharpshooter, but I don't think we're set up for that at the moment. Another Hookhand Mariner. There's the Traveling Minister we kind of wanted. I'm going to go with the Traveling Minister here. We might have issues cutting this down. Okay, good. I don't really... I mean, I guess I can take Honored Heirloom. We're probably not going to need it, though. Piercing Light, another relevant card. But we do already have one of those. We have 2 Circle of Confinements. Oh, yes. Griff Rider or the Sharpshooter. I'm going to go with the Sharpshooter this time. Because 4 Toughness on the ground is pretty good. Another Massive Might. I think we're going to have a pretty decent white-green deck here. Adamant Will. Which we're probably not even going to need to play, because we do have the Valorous Stance. Okay, so let's take a look. We do have a few cuts we need to make. And we have this thing that probably needs to get back into the deck. Yeah, pack 3 really helped there. A Piercing Light. I don't know if we need to play 2 of those. Okay, so... we probably don't need 2 Witch's Web, because we've got 2 Massive Mights. Okay, we have 7 creatures that are 2 mana or less. I'm going to need to be cutting some of them. The Fleeting Spirit... I don't know about this one. I'd say it doesn't super attack very well. Like, you can discard cards to blank removal, but then you're throwing away your resources protecting a 3/1. For exiling 3 cards from our graveyard, we can give it First Strike for a turn. Like, it's not awful, don't get me wrong. But it's also not a human to go with our 2 resistant squads. And neither is the infantry. And neither is the scorpion. I think we probably don't need... like, the top end of this curve all seems fine. Maybe this isn't great because we only have... and we only have 1 Mariner, we only have 1 Pack Song Pup. Maybe the pup isn't great. I don't think the pup is great here. And I think by association, well, this could still be... That'd be a 6-mana 5/4. Unless we have one of these two out. I just don't think that's likely to happen as much. And I don't think we need to play 2 Piercing Lights. We still have 2 more cuts we need to make. I'm thinking the Spirit. And maybe one of the combat tricks. Massive Might is nice because it does only take 1 mana. As opposed to 2. We can do that. Alternatively, we could also just run this as a 16 land deck. Which might not be awful either, because we don't have a lot of high mana cards. What did I just cut? The Witch's Web? So if we keep Witch's Web in, go down to Plains, and we run the deck like that. That doesn't seem awful. We have plenty. What's our creature count look like? 15? That's reasonable. Although maybe we want... I might want a 16th creature, though. Just because... I know we don't have a ton of wolves, but if we put those 2 in, because the Pack Song Pup could end up drawing removal away from other things, and then if it does get bigger, yeah, I think that's too inconsistent. Let's run it. Let's run it like this. Let's try this out. And we'll get into our first game here. Alright, so we ended up green-white, which I've had a green-white before here. Oh, we go first. We need to get a land to do something. How likely is it we get a land? We're gonna risk it. Our opponent mulliganed, so maybe they'll end up with a slower start. We have Valorous Stance, but that only kills bigger toughness things. But also, most of our deck is going to be smaller in mana cost. We already have like half our big 4 mana plus cards. So maybe we'll be okay. Opponent's playing green. Oh well, we have a removal. And we miss a land drop. That's not a good start. There's a sharpshooter for our opponent. And I could Valor Stance that right away. But I don't think there's a need to. Let's put out our thing. Because now with this, I can draw a card next turn. Potentially. I kind of need that to go away. I don't have a way of making that go away right now, because that's only mana value 3 or less. So I guess we might just have to contend with that for the time being. I've already had the Toxic Scorpion out there. There's also the Wolf Strike. Oh well. Another Circle of Confinement. So we'll just we'll see what they have next, and maybe we can remove something. They could end up getting like a Flourishing Hunter down here, and that could be really bad for us. They could also end up flipping this and getting another creature. Okay, there's a Hookhand Mariner. Yeah, and that is what they're doing. Okay, so let's take care of... I want to take care of some issues. I could actually flip this back into being a 4/4 by double spelling here. I am going to definitely get rid of this. And now I could Circle of Confinement so that way they can't train that thing. Or play Toxic Scorpion. I kind of want to play the Scorpion. So that way they're not coming in. Actually, the Scorpion could allow this guy to attack right now. Now let's do that. And then this leaves us with, we can Wolf Strike that thing. We can actually, yeah, we can Wolf Strike that. Do we need to Wolf Strike that? I mean, kind of. Kind of, yeah. I mean, I know they've got that Death Touch coming up, but that'll be okay. Let's go attacking here. Okay, they just block there. Which is fine. I am going to... I'm actually going to be efficient. We're going to get rid of that guy, because they seem to be stuck on 4 land. So we will just continue to punish that. There's a Scavenger, which I'm not happy about seeing. Circle of Confinement cannot get rid of it. There's a Hookhand Mariner. We also have the Shield Basher here. We can just kind of attack into this board again. There's no reason why I can't. I mean, yeah, the Scavenger can kill something. Yeah, that's fine. We don't have any other training going on at the moment. feel like if they had Gift of Fangs, they could have played that already, so I think we're good to run the Shield Basher out here. And we'll really start bashing them. Persistent Specimen, that's annoying. And a Farmer, there's another target for our Circle of Confinement. But I think... yeah. Yeah, let's get rid of that. Shield Basher, I would have to... I mean, any sort of blocks they have here just aren't good for me. I want to get my Clocan Mariner out. And we can worry about attacking in next turn. Oh, that's also annoying. To have another one of those. Ooh, a Witch's Web. Witch's Webs are always nice. So let's just attack with this guy. And we can actually let it flip into night. Because then this guy won't be able to be blocked by anything they have. And they're just going to take the damage. Yeah, I like that. If I have to, I can play Witch's Web on something. Oh. Oh, isn't that cute? Okay, well I have to sack a creature. This thing isn't really doing much anymore. I can't attack into this board, so we'll get rid of that. I can now kind of attack in with the Scorpion. And then they'll probably block here, and I can Witch's Web this thing. And we're going to pay the 1. Yep. And that is what happened. And I'm not going to play the land right now. I don't have a real reason to. Next turn I could play the land, make the Shield Basher indestructible, and play the Flourishing Hunter. Do you have a combat trick? Well, I don't need to block that. Oh, another Scavenger. Well, Scavenger's not blocking that unless you can't double spell. I guess I could have blocked there, but did not really need to. And yeah, I will pay. That's fine, it comes in tapped. And we'll play our Flourishing Hunter, and this should actually wrap things up. And it does. We're off to a decent start. We'll collect that, and let's just jump right into our second game. Zabanier. Or Zabaner? Whatever. We can start things off with the Dawnheart Disciple here, and then go into Griff Rider. We'll want to play the Griff Rider before combat, so this becomes a 3/3. only until the end of the turn. Then after that, maybe hope to draw another human so we can, I'm not going to reveal we have white yet. There's no need to. There's no double white cards we have that we need to play on the following turn. That is fine. I'm not blocking that. This is the Wretched Throng deck. Okay, so now we can do this. We're getting some combat tricks, which I could use that to help train. I don't feel like that's always the best, though. Because if we use it to train, they're not going to attack with all of this. Let's just go attacking here. Our opponent does not want to block. Okay. I can also Witch's Web and potentially block the Socialite. This is kind of a lot of damage. Let's see if they use the Blood Totem. Okay. Use that. I think I blocked there, because then I can get a training boost next turn. I take 7. So I could use the infantry as a aura there. Of course, there's also a lot of nasty stuff they could play right now. Going to have a lot of stuff, aren't they? I mean, I could do that. It's... I would be dead on the crackback. Oh, we've drawn all our combat tricks and we're kind of out of creatures. I don't think we're in a position to drop that. Maybe we are. And we could Massive Might. And of course they have something like that. Yeah, that's probably going to be... Because they exploit one of their guys, they make this go away. Yeah, they just had a really strong... I want to put that on top. I want to draw something better. If I get another turn... So yeah, I could only trade with anything. Unless I do that. So that puts me at 1. A Wolf Strike. I can't quite stop everything. And they're going to be coming in, so... Yeah, that one, our opponent just kind of got a better board built up. Maybe we have too many combat tricks. And I should swap something out for who knows what. I mean, we literally drew all of our combat tricks. We'll keep it like that. Yeah, there was just not much to be done there. All right. That looks like a silver-tiered opponent. Well, this seems somewhat reasonable. We don't have a human to get the draw of the resistance squad right now, but we do still have a turn 3 play regardless. And our opponent appears to be black-red. And if they want to trade, we can trade here. That's fine. So turn 4, it'd be kind of risky to do this against a black-red deck. Oh, hey, there's a human. So let's play the Griff Rider. And attack, or do I want to? I don't want to attack that into that. Maybe I should have attacked there. There's a Recluse that's semi-annoying. I will block. Now, if they want to flip that, they have to use the blood token right now. Okay, and that's what they do. I can play this resistance squad, get another draw here. And that was a great draw. Yeah, that stops that thing from coming in. It also exiles it. And we can go attacking here. Next turn, if they don't have removal, this can train this. Which, I think that is what is going to happen here. Oh, and that thing can't even block, so I'm not particularly worried about that. Let's save the Wolf Strike. Next turn I can still get some more training going. They do have... Well, they have several creatures in their graveyard. I would like them to get... Yeah, get back that Ghoul, and use the Ghoul to make me discard. They're going to play the Doom Dissenter out first. No blocks. I was really hoping to not draw something like that. I have an idea. I do have an idea. Do I don't really need lifelink right now. But I don't have a reason to not have it either. I'll stick it on this. That'll train him up again. So this is 8 damage coming in. Oh, and they're not going to block. Interesting. What do you have then that's gonna stop this flyer? Because the flyer is now lethal. That is okay. Two attackers. I could wolf strike. I don't really want to wolf strike that. But our opponent doesn't seem to have much else going on at the moment. We'll also gain 3 life off of that because lifelink. I could just put them to 1 at that, but that doesn't seem the most productive. I guess I'll just kind of force him to block. And we'll play out the Flourishing Hunter here. I mean, they could... I don't think they're going to be in a very good position to be using the exploit on that now. Like, they'll get rid of our Hookhand Mariner, which would be unfortunate. But they'd also be sacrificing a creature that... And they need 2 blockers here next turn. Okay, well there's blocker. Okay, so I guess they could actually do that. I'll be sad if you do it. Okay, thank you. I could make the wolf bigger. Or I could make this bigger, so that way this can't just get double blocked and killed off. Or I make the wolf bigger so the wolf doesn't get, you know, triple... Well, the wolf can't get triple blocked here. So yeah, we'll do this. It doesn't really matter where I put that. Both threats are lethal. Hopefully they don't have a sure strike. Which is not seeming like they do. Okay, we still have a 6/6 here. And we're at 41 life. I'm going to hold on to the planes just in case they do another Mind Leech Ghoul thing. And our opponent is using their blood tokens, digging for answers. They could get that Diregraph Scavenger. Well, that's annoying too. Oh, it doesn't stop this though. We had a nice draw there. And yeah, that does not give them enough life to survive the attack. Alright, so far we're 2-1. Let's hop into the third game here. We just have to find an opponent. I must say, I do kind of like the amounts of removal we ended up getting. And we have, like, all of it here. I go first. I guess I'm gonna keep this. I don't want a mulligan. And Piercing Light can strike. I don't know what we're gonna do, though, for a while, though. Am I really gonna Piercing Light that? Probably. Otherwise that thing is just going to damage us over and over. If they want to do something about this, it really... You have the Undying Faith thing? I mean, it's fine if you want to use it on that. Undying Malice, not Undying Faith. Oh, that is a Plains. I don't quite need that right now. I can use like a creature that could block this. Oh, that's a 2/2 now. You ever like scry something to the bottom, and if you have another copy of it in your deck, you immediately draw it? I mean, I don't want to Circle of Confinement that thing. We'll just take a hit from it. See what else our opponent wants to do. Now there's something I wouldn't mind using Circle of Confinement on. They're not going to... Okay. Well, I'm going to. And get rid of the that guy. And we draw more removal. I was just complimenting this deck for having a lot of removal. I would like to have, you know, some of those creatures that we have in the deck. I know we have them. A Reckless Impulse, that's a pretty good draw for our opponent. And there's Anji again. So fortunately we have a Valorous Stance already lined up to deal with that. That's a sad card to draw right now. I mean, if I play it right now, I could just end up having like a Braid or Flame Blessed Bolt, and we're not getting a thing off of it. We know they're going to play the Anji next turn, so let's let them play that and Valorous Stance it right away. White. They have white in that deck as well? Okay. Oh, there's the Plains. Yep, that's coming in again. Yeah, that's just... it's going away. Oh, there's no Undying Malice this time. Oh, hey, there's our Sharpshooter. That cannot just be Flame Blessed Bolted. And then next turn we can play the Resistance Squad. Maybe we'll get another land and we'll have a Witch's Web up. And they're drawing cards. I don't like that they're drawing cards. I want to draw cards. They could have a Braid here. I wanna wait. Could have a Braid or Flame Blessed Bolt here, and we're just losing this. Oh, perfect. Let's play the Forest first. Now I don't mind if we block or they try some sneaky trick. Oh, that's also a great draw. Not going to go attacking. 1 point of damage doesn't feel worth it. They totally have a burn spell here. Or they also have the blood tokens they can use. Thing is, pretty much anything we draw right now is going to be relevant. I mean, a 6th land can let us play the Flourishing Hunter. But our opponent is digging for... Obviously they're digging for non-land cards to be used. Oh, hey, there's the bolt. I do want to save this. Save it because we can go training. They might still attack. Okay, they might definitely attack in here. Double block. Double block could be a blowout if they have another trick. But I don't want to go down to 6 here either. If they don't have another trick, they have another trick. Because they've drawn so much. I just really did not want to go down to 6 there, because then they've got that thing. Oh, a kindly ancestor. That's not awful, but it doesn't... It stops this one from attacking. It doesn't stop that. I would like it to be Knight, so I could Wolf Strike and get the +2/+0 and kill that. And they still have blood tokens. Only attacking with the Force, so I'm not going to block. Things are getting a little bit dicey, though. That's not helping. Okay, because that can... If I don't... I have to get life here. I could... I could Massive Might and then Wolf Strike as an option. It's not super great. Wish I had Witch's Web, but this will give me health, and I kind of need health right now. Well, that's gonna fight that thing. So I gain 4 there, and I gain another 4 off of this attack. So that will help. That will certainly help for a little bit. As our opponent keeps digging for more stuff. I don't need you to have more stuff. I need to have more stuff. That is not the stuff I needed you to have. Oh, wow, this guy's deck. Sigarda's Imprisonment. But it really... it's really not going to matter here. Because this is just too much. I couldn't get the 6th land. Maybe we should have mulliganed at the start, because we had a really slow start. Oh, you're gonna let me block that. But I gained 2, so I'm still kicking. That's not better. Oh, that kills me. Oh, they just suddenly had lots of good bomber airs. Yeah, the Edgar Markov, the Angie, and the Uprising. Yeah, our opponent had a pretty good deck there. That makes sense why they were Mardu colors. This is a very nice curve we got here. A 1-drop, a 2-drop, and a 3-drop. If our opponent does not have a 1-drop, we can just go attacking with the Minister here. There's no reason not to. Now we have a 3-drop that we can start training. Potentially. Oh, I have a human here too. I'll pump this up. We're going to go attacking for 3. I'm actually going to do this first. Our opponent is also green-white, so I think we're just getting a really strong start here. They could also play a 4-drop. Okay, that is something. Yeah, I'm going to put that there. We're going to go attacking because we do have the massive might. And we can kill that thing. And just kind of continue with our attack. Kind of would like to draw on a land there, so I could also play one of these 3-drops. Valorous stance, reasonable. And their own Drog Skull infantry. Also reasonable. Well, we're going to play our resistance squad here, but we're going to make them... I'll make this trade. They'll probably make this trade because they've kind of taken a lot of damage. This is a human, so we will get the extra draw off of this. And we got a land. So that means our Hookhand Mariner can come out next turn. We do need to be careful about them getting another creature into the graveyard. And again, if they get another creature into the graveyard, we can then kill it with our... oh, we have a flyer here. Flyer is nice, but I'm going to play the Hookhand Mariner. Not going to go attacking. Not really interested in trading. Oh, there's Griff Rider that they cannot easily train right now. Maybe they're thinking of sacking the... Oh, they do have Drog Skull infantry. Okay, that could be a problem. Oh, I have Massive Might. Problem resolved. Let's just go with this. And I think let's swing out. Okay, so they are going to do that. I am going to... Yeah, I'm going to Massive Might here. Like, they can give it double strike. But I am just going to have too much pressure for them to really attack in. Yep, too much pressure. So let's see, that puts us at, what, 3-2? I do believe. Yeah, 3-2. Ideally, we want to get at least to 5 wins, because then we're winning more gems back than what we put into this. 4 wins is also decent. You really do want to at least get to 3 wins, because there's such a big gap between 2 wins and 3 wins. I think 2 wins is either 200 or 250 gems, and 3 wins is 1,000. So glad we at least got to 3 wins here. At 4 wins, we will have essentially only paid 100 gems for this draft, which is also still very nice. T. Ricky. Okay. I go first. We have a lot. This is the I'm missing a third land again. If we keep this and I get a third land, I am all set. I always take this risk. But the third land, we can play the Sharpshooter followed by Resistance Squad. Look, everything is fine. Everything is fine. We made a good choice. Oh, that's kind of not nice. They cannot just attack me with a 3-1 here. I mean, they could. They could have, like, Flame Blast Bolt, they could have Sure Strike, and then we'd be unhappy. If they attack, they definitely have something like that. But I'm going to play the Resistance Squad next. Get that extra card draw while we can, and then also the Resistance Squad threatens to train the Sharpshooter. Since they're red, I do have to be aware of Flame Blast Bolt on the Shield Basher here. I wonder if they're lacking... I wonder if they are lacking in their other color. I was going to play this. It's not really worth it to get in for 1 damage here. There's the Flame Blast Bolt. So now, since they've used a bolt, I'd be slightly more comfortable playing a Shield Basher. If that is their desire. If we get another land, I could play the Disciple and Circle of Confinement this thing away, because this is a good target for the Circle. That's also a reasonable target. Oh, hey, look, I can do, like, everything that I have always wanted to do. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. And I think we are just going to get rid of this thing. Not as worried about that. That thing can give them a potential card draw. And draw into their second color that they seem to be desperately missing. If they attack here, I don't think I'm going to block it. I think we'll play the Griff Rider and train this guy up, holding open Massive Might. Okay, well, they did get a 4th land, but it's still their only color. Oh, they got Reckless Impulse. Okay, so white is their other color. Welcoming Vampire. If they don't find a plains, they're not able to play that even. And now we have an answer to it. No reason. This is good reason to play this before combat. And we are just going to go attacking here. Get a training trigger. They could block, and these guys could bounce, or just kill it. Yeah, I like the idea of just killing their stuff. They're behind, and we just kind of punish them for that. Celebrants. Okay, so we have a Witch's Web, which I guess we could play. Playing it before combat. If they don't block, then we can just play the Shield Basher. Okay, they're going to block, so they're going to actually maybe Piercing Light and save my Witch's Web. Nah, let's save the creature. Okay, and our opponent didn't like that. I was gonna say, save the creature, and then next turn I could play the Shield Basher if they still didn't have an answer for the creature, and then get another training on both. If I had drawn another Plains there, I would have... Wow, that's a lot of gold. I had 2 750 quests active, as you probably might have noticed. So yeah, we're up to 4 wins. Let's see how much further we can take this. So green-white, this deck seems to be working out pretty well. We've got good amounts of removal, a pretty nice curve to generate some good pressure early. We've got some training things and ways to help train the stuff. We've got some human synergies, some resistance squads. That is a bronze player we're playing against. That's not saying that they won't win this. We go first. We have a Toxic Scorpion, but we're missing a color. There we go. That looks better. I am actually going to get rid of the Toxic Scorpion because we're going to go Taxidermist right into the Hookhand Mariner. I think that's the play. Much as I like the Scorpion, we're on the play and just need to be... We've got an aggressive hand here. So let's use it aggressively. We can attack with this. Yeah, we can attack with that. I like our opponent's playing something. Where the... It could have been a persistent specimen. Then we would not be attacking. Just get in for that early damage. If they kill our Taxidermist here, we'll be sad. Okay, we're not sad. Oh, let's go attacking here. An aggressive Minister. Oh, now we have an aggressive Werewolf. I would like some of our resistance squads so we can start drawing, regaining from that mulligan. Our opponent might have an answer here. Oh, or they might not. Wow. I'm going to pump that. Make it a 2-2. No reason not to do that. And then here's 8 damage. Okay, yeah, that was not going through. If we get 3 creatures into the graveyard... Oh no, it's got to be 4 more creatures. I thought it was 3. Okay. Well, there's only 1 right now. That card's going to go away. Which Circle of Confinement do we use here? Oh, this one looks good. They could have Piercing Light here, but I can't spend my time playing around Piercing Light. If they have any other Markov Purifiers, I'll gain 2 life if they play them, because it is an exiled vampire. Yeah, that's the second half of the text on here is just not going to be relevant. like ever. Oh, hey, I can put these candles out. Put them out, put them out, put them out. Oh, Desperate Farmer. Well, that can also go away. What's also great about this is that these things aren't going to the graveyard, so they can't even get them back with the blood fountain. Although, after losing that Hook and Mariner, our pressure has kind of slowed down. I'm going to keep the Forest here, because I don't have a reason to play it and reveal our hand. There's a Griffwing Cavalry. I can make it trade with this. Well, I mean, I can't make it. Our opponent could decide to not block. I'm going to take the 2. I will play this land. In case our opponent has, like, I don't know, a discard spell or something, and then we draw our Flourishing Hunter. Well, if we draw our Flourishing Hunter, I can just play it off of this, but I'm still able to attack right now. They can attack me with that cavalry. Hey, look! Speaking of Flourishing Hunter, let's go ahead and do this. Yeah, let's come in again. Okay, our opponent is going to block. Do they have a combat trick this time? Oh, Undying Malice. Okay. That's fine. Well, let's ramp this up a bit. Now, if I had played that before combat, I could have gained 2 life instead of 1, but that our life total isn't super relevant right now. Okay, they can hit us for 3. Squad! The squad is here. Let's play this before combat just to see what we draw. Another squad would be great. A Griff Rider of my own. I like that. So now we can finally start really putting the pressure on. They could have more removal here, but I can't play around Fierce Retribution, you know, forever. And I can still do this. And it's daytime again. What are they looking at? Angelic Quartermaster. Oh, that's a problem. I could use a combat trick here. Well, they are going to go attacking. Maybe they're having second thoughts. Angelic Quartermaster was really good for them here. We could be in trouble. I would have preferred if he did attack, if I'm being honest. Because then a combat trick could do really well for me. Or a resistance squad into a combat trick would even be more ideal. I swear I'm not stacking the deck. Let's play this and see what we get. Okay, well that is not a combat trick. Now I could... No, I cannot. I'll just play this out. When the Spore Crawler dies, I'll get a thing. But no attacks for right now. The issue I'm having is everything I have has 2 toughness, so even the Doomed Dissenter can trade with something, and then they get a 2/2, which can then trade with something. How many creatures do they have in here? Oh, none. And I can't even go swinging into the air and trade with that thing. I will, however, pump the Spore Crawler here and go attacking with that on the next turn if our opponent doesn't have anything. Seems like they're contemplating attacking. I'm okay with them attacking. It is nighttime again, so I can do this. I'll just come in with that. They'll trade with the Doomed Dissenter or take 4. But that'll give me another draw, and maybe we can do something with that. How many combat tricks have we used? Oh, we haven't used any combat tricks yet. Kindly Ancestor. Well, that's at least a card. Let's see, do they have more removal? Don't I have a Fierce Retribution somewhere? I could use that too. Take out this silly cavalry. And then I can start coming in with darn near everything. Yeah, because I could pump the Kindly Ancestor and swing with the whole team. That'd be a good draw too. But I would kind of like the draw where we get, I'd like a pump spell. Yeah, I'd like a pump spell like that. Yeah, I didn't put the Army Cathars in my deck, did I? I think they did it slightly wrong, because they could have gotten a training counter if they went +3/+3 here and make that 6, and then 2, and then 1. Because then that would have been a 5/5, that would have been a 6/6. I mean, all their stuff has Vigilance right now. I'm not really interested in double blocking anything. I'll take 15 here, go down to 11. We'll see if I can get Insane Draw. Okay. I'm going to use this to kill their creature, because then I can go attacking with everything, make the Kindly Ancestor bigger. And then just everything can kind of come in here. We'll lose a couple things, but it's okay. What could you have, though, opponent? Oh, you could have you could activate the Blood Fountain and get back your 2 creatures. I mean, that's a thing you can do. Oh, you have a Piercing Light. Okay. So they could trade, and we'll still have the Ancestor. And that is what they're going to do here. Yeah, I think that was the best thing we could have done. So they have 7 mana. And if they get back both those things, they can't play either one of them. So they'd have to get back Doom Dissenter, but of course Doom Dissenter will let them kind of sit there for a couple turns. While that's going on, we can, keep going with this Kindly Ancestor and regain health. Yeah, they're taking the Doom Dissenter and the Angelic Quartermaster. Sigarda's Imprisonment. That could be nice. That could be a reason to maybe throw another land out there. I don't know. A Piercing Light. Another Piercing Light. That's really annoying, actually. That kind of took out my last threat. Now we need more creatures. How many more creatures could I even have in here? I mean, we've played kind of a good amount of them. We got 19 cards left in our deck. There's the Quartermaster again. Well, this is going to become a problem. I'm actually going to attack here, just to get another point of damage in. They do not have a human, so that's fine. I'm going to activate this now. So now we have a blood token, so we can redraw. And we're gonna, use that right away. Dawnheart Disciple, not quite the impact we need. Now our opponent's getting a bunch of fuel. I'm not going to block that. Now I might. Because now I could potentially block something. If they attack with the Resistance Squad, I will trade here. Because then I can pump this up and make it a 4/4. Which that still doesn't... That only does so much. Well, this has been a tough match. If I double block, they kill the Dawnheart Disciple. So I'd rather go swinging with the infantry, force them to block with that. Or force them to block with something. Of course, they can then put that on their zombie and start gaining life. There's only so much I can do about all this. They've just had a lot of... This has been a really resilient deck. They've had a lot of... I've had a lot of removal too. Actually, if I put this here... They're not attacking. But if they have a way to stop it... Oh, yeah, they have a way to stop it. That is probably game over there. Because now they can start regaining health with their kindly ancestor thing. They have the threats on the board. They have a 2-turn clock. And yeah, that's gonna be game. So yeah, I had nothing but lands there. We flooded out at the end. We went through most of our threats. But overall, this was, what was it, 4 wins? Yeah, we went 4-3. That's not bad. So a draft that cost us a net of wait a minute. I had 3,000 when I clicked the Let's Play the Draft. I now have 3,100? Oh, because I leveled up. I leveled up and got 200 here. We have packs to open. Let's open packs, because we like to do that on screen here. Who doesn't like to open packs? Okay, so let's see if I can find one of the other cards for constructed standard decks. Hey, that's one of them. I do have 1 copy of that already. Now I have 2. I might need a 3rd one, but yeah, that's really good. And this is Howlback Viper. Okay, we saw that in one of the games we just played. A Necroduality. That's like my 3rd one of those. And a Glorious Sunrise. I think that's like my 2nd or 3rd one of those as well. Okay, well, very nice. With that, I will see you guys next time.